Hey, welcome back to another tax tip sponsored by Ferguson Financial Solutions. I'm Joshua Ferguson, and we decided to take a break from taxes to introduce to you the Taxpayer Bill of Rights. Now, for those who missed the last several episodes, the Taxpayer Bill of Rights outlines the 10 fundamental rights all taxpayers have when dealing with the IRS. These rights cover a range of topics, from paying taxes to appealing a decision. Without further ado, let's put on that scuba gear and dive right in to taxpayer right number 6, the right to finality. Now, taxpayers have the right to know the maximum length of time they have to challenge an IRS decision. Taxpayers also have the right to know the maximum length of time the IRS has to audit their tax returns. Generally speaking, the IRS has 3 years to audit you. Now, that timeline starts on the date your tax return is due or the date you file your tax return, whichever is later. There are some limited exceptions to this rule, like if you fail to file your tax return or if you file a false or fraudulent tax return. Now, those situations remove the statute of limitations, and they give the IRS an unlimited amount of time to audit you. It's like an infinite life cheat code for the IRS. Taxpayers also have the right to know the maximum length of time the IRS has to collect a debt. Now, that time frame is 10 years from the date taxes are assessed. That 10-year period cannot be extended unless you agree, such as in the case of an installment agreement, or if the IRS obtains a court order. Taxpayers also have the right to know the maximum length of time they have to file for a refund. Generally speaking, they have 3 years from the date their original tax return was due to claim that refund. Taxpayers also have the right to only be audited once for any given tax year. Now, the only exception to this is if the IRS finds evidence of fraud. Then they can then the IRS can audit that year again. All right, everybody, let's surface and take off our scuba gear. That concludes our deep dive into taxpayer right number 6, the right to finality. Thank you for joining us today and continuing to join us for this underwater adventure where we dive into each of the 10 taxpayer rights. Ferguson Financial Solutions is here to help you file your tax returns on time to avoid that unlimited cheat code for the IRS. Ferguson Financial Solutions can be reached by calling 907-395-4027, or better yet, visit them at fergusontaxpros.com. As always, if there are tax topics that you would like to know more about, leave them in the comment section below. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching and joining us on this journey as we dive into each of the 10 taxpayer rights.